Good day today. You already know we be back here with another episode each and every day. This is going to be a good one, so stay tuned and let's get right into it.
How am I messing up by eating chicken?
We're in a generation now where this generation of men and unfortunately has the lowest testosterone of any men in the entire history of human species.
Okay.
Like if you were to compare our ancestors, and they have did the studies, and the testosterone of our ancient ancestors was somewhere between 1,000 and 1,200.
What?
You know the average testosterone of men today?
No.
It's around about 200 to 350. And they call that normal. And that's why I always tell people, just because something is common, it does not make it normal.
Right.
So what happens is, in medicine, what we do is we shift according to what is the average.
Yeah.
What is commonplace, and then we make that normal. But it doesn't actually make it normal. And so for me, like that's my approach when I think about something like chicken. Most chicken today has a lot of hormones in it, okay? Cows have a lot of hormones in it. And some of it is natural hormones, and the others are, synthetically injected hormones.
Right.
But when you eat the chicken, you eat the cow, you eat the hormones. And the unfortunate thing is, the more and more you eat of that, it raises the estrogen levels in the body. And this is why you're seeing so many men who struggle with, building muscle mass.
Yep.
So many men who are developing what are called man boobs, gynecomastia.
Yep.
And then so many men who are balding, so many men who are having these, what look to be like normal signs of aging, but it's really normal signs of deficiencies in testosterone.
How am I messing up by eating chicken?
We're in a generation.
That stuff is like really affecting like us like that. That's crazy. That's why you really gotta make sure you eat fruit. For real. Get your watermelon, come on, for real. You got to. Get your walks in, get your workout in. Wow, where is this at? Tomball.
In Italy, and I'm here to inform you about America's food and how they are making us sick, and why Americans are fat and Europeans are slender. Why? Because while we think we might have the same food, we actually have different food. I'm going to give you a concrete example. This is Fanta. Fanta in Europe is made from sugar, carbonated water, and real orange. In the US, it's all fake, all artificial, all bad for your health. In Europe, this is basically watered down real orange juice with carbonated water. In Italy, and I'm here to inform you about America's food.
This is what it actually means to be spiritual. Spirituality is not about having crystals, astrology, meditating in nature, or dressing like a hippie or some indigenous tribe member. None of these things are inherently bad, but none of them will make you spiritual. The truth is, you cannot actually be spiritual. Spirituality is not an identity. Spirituality in of itself is the lifelong process of understanding who, what, how, and why you are. It is a process of understanding the nature of your body, the nature of consciousness, the nature of your unconscious mind and dreams. It is a delicate balance found between religion, philosophy, science, and the arts. You see, you can't be spiritual because self-discovery isn't something that you can wear or an identity that you can adopt.
Right.
It's a process that you live through. It's a process that literally everyone is living through. And that's why I say that.
We can reverse any disease, and that still remains today, because there's no disease that's irreversible. When you give the body the environment that it needs to nourish itself, our bodies want to heal itself. And it's up to us to decide, hey, we got to change our toolbox. What is our toolbox? The food that we put in our mouth.
Now that's the conspiracy, is that our food sources
It's killing us,
feeding us.
as a nation. And not only that, the
cold-blooded,
pharmaceuticals.
the pharmaceuticals. So when we look at this and we think about the food that we're eating, that's a conspiracy all in itself, because we've been fooled to think that processed food is our food. It is the silent killer. And we have all been sitting here saying, oh, this is what's good for us. This is what's good. How can you have a righteous thought when your food is unholy?
Yeah, that's true. How could you? How could you have a righteous thought when your food is unholy? Dang. She said it right there.
All I'm gonna say is get yourself a gym girly. It's like an investment. They just keep getting hotter and hotter. And the only thing we really be doing is working and gymming and eating. The gym is our going out. Win-win.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. I just hope you guys enjoyed your day. And today for my mother, I made some Sunday dinner. She chose what I made. I made some rice and peas, curry mashed potato, stuffed bell peppers, shredded beans,
healthy. Okay.
And here we just have some.
Got the healthy eats.
Okay, so look.
Nah, this was crazy.
listen to me.
Right here, this
I'm
was
sitting in my house.
man. Check this out.
Right? You see me make a video of the somebody or something in the sun. It's a clear day. It's after April the 8th, after the eclipse. So I'm coming out here to film this one more again. There he is. It's a man or something walking in the midst of the sun. You see this? He's right there on top. I'm not moving this camera. He's right there on the top. Hold up. Let me come down and make sure I get this as best I can. This is third time. And as you can see, he's right there on the top, walking in the midst of the sun. This is my third time catching it. It is
It does look like somebody behind that sun, though. That's crazy.
What's up, people? So I'm going to show you what I collected this morning. So we have this huge soursop. Look how big this is. Pretty big. That's probably about 2 or 3 pounds. I have sapodilla. Remember what I told you about the sap that's used for bubble gum. Also, the less sap you see, the more ready it is. Okay. We have a curry mango that is delicious, sweet, no strings attached. Oh, and then we have ciruela. These are really
like
sweet
oranges.
as well too. And then I'm gonna top off the morning with a coconut. The best food for in the morning. Hydration, electrolytes, minerals. Can't beat it. Healthy fats. Till the next time, peace and blessings.
Christ consciousness and Kundalini energy, raising your vibrational frequency, it's all the same thing. These are allegories of your individual consciousness merging with cosmic consciousness, life energy, and the whole purpose of that is to expand the human experience and your consciousness. As a spiritual person, like me studying religion, none of these religions, not any of them were meant to be taken literally. The earliest Christians, as well as all the holy people that communicated these secret teachings, knew that the only way to bypass the conscious mind was through the subconscious, so that the spirit can be reached. But because of the schooling system, it indoctrinates you and it makes you extremely rational, so you accept these teachings literally, and it brings you into the realm of the ego. Therefore, you cannot penetrate the veil, which is why my main web course is called Touching the Veil. It's helping you reach your spirit, your divine source, your highest self. And the ancients knew this, and they communicated this formula that obviously has proven to work through metaphorical allegories, so that you can make an impression on your soul opposed to your ego. So if you want to raise your vibration, you need to raise yourself above the carnal mind. Christ consciousness and Kundalini energy.
It has been brought to my attention that y'all think XXXTentacion has stole his soul. But in today's video, I'm gonna ask you a question, and by the end of this video, you're going to know: do you think XXXTentacion really sold his soul? Like, I cannot make this shit up, for real, bro. Just look at this. I'm gonna tell you, to be honest, the answer isn't as simple as yes or no. It's gonna be, let me show you. For example, these people right here have no pure talent whatsoever, but how the hell did they all stay famous? Because they do the rituals. Y'all always try to paint him out to be a bad guy, but do you not know that people that don't actually sell their soul and actually can still show signs that they have their soul have inner peace? This man was actually the sweetest man on earth. I want you to see for yourself with your heart, because believe not what you see, but with your other eye. Then you're going to need to go to the link in my bio. I actually happen to have a free playlist full of these frequencies that will help guide you to discern for yourself. But hey, family, next thing I want you to do after you check out them frequencies and you start playing them for this question that you're going to ask yourself during your meditation: do you think Extraterrestrial stole his soul? Instead of just going off of your ego, which is your surface, I want you to let me know in the comments what you think. Frequencies are so important to help you dive deeper into the truth that's in yourself. Because boo, 9 times out of 10, I tell people you already know it. It has been brought to my attention.
I don't think he sold his soul, to be honest. Because if he did, he'd still be alive, for real. You know, and he was not going. He was too like rebel. Like he rebelled. You could tell he got like that rebellion spirit in him, for real. So he ain't going for that, like controlling him. Nah, I don't think he was like that. I don't think he would have wanted that right there. So
do not forget to manifest out loud in the shower. Speak your commands to the water as it touches your body and goes down the drain. It will carry your messages with it into the world. Do not forget to manifest out loud in the shower. Speak your commands to the water as it touches your body and goes down the drain. It will carry your messages with it into the world. Do not forget.
I like that message.
Called African people, we're not supposed to be eating meat because it does the body good.
What about fish and shrimp?
No, not fish, especially not shrimp. Shrimp is full of defecation. Shrimps is made to clean the ocean. If y'all keep eating all the shrimps and eating all the catfish out of the sea, then what's going to keep the ocean clean? For the ocean can give us planktons and give us oxygen. A lot of people think most of the oxygen come from the trees, but majority of your oxygen that you breathe in actually come from the ocean.
No lobster.
No. Lobster is a sea. It's a sea monster.
Man, I'm down for change.
That's what I'm saying. I just want you to look at. So you're not supposed to eat anything that's. Why would you eat a bottom feeder? Would you eat a cockroach? That's a shrimp.
Depends on how they cook it.
But you funny. A cockroach is the cousin of a shrimp. So a cockroach is a land shrimp. A shrimp is a sea cockroach. Same family, they got the same last names and everything. Same thing as a crab and a spider.
What's the last name?
Called African people, we're not supposed to be.
Wait a minute, now I didn't know that. Shrimp do be hidden though. That's crazy. Good things like be bad for you, like that's crazy, man. It's always the good things that be really bad for you, man.
This is a true secret to becoming psychic. We're all psychic but are unaware of how these abilities work because we don't notice them. Everything is energy, including you. The only thing keeping everything from becoming one is the frequency in which the atoms are vibrating at. Now, all information has energy stored in it, meaning everything is really just made up of information. And all psychics do is put their awareness on your energy, opening up an energy channel to then read the information embedded in your energy. But how? First, hi, I'm Ira. I help you align with your best self through the metaphysical. And I host free quantum expansion masterclasses every Wednesday, so to save your spot and get information, comment Quantum 77. Anyways, remember I said everything is energy and all energy has information stored in it which dictates its frequency. Well, your awareness of this energy being channeled is what makes your psychic abilities stronger. When you learn to strengthen your awareness to focus on certain energy with the intention of reading it, that's when you start to receive the information, aka the read of the energy, through thoughts, emotions, images in your mind's eye, sensations, feelings, and a variety of other ways once more advanced, like hearing or seeing it. And these abilities are always working, but the more we put our awareness on it and differentiate it from mental creation, the more they grow. That's why I created the hyper awareness strategy as a way to strengthen awareness and transcend the limits of the human mind, which I'll teach you in my quantum expansion masterclass on Wednesday. So to save your spot, come in Quantum 77.
Here are 3 generational curses that we need to stop doing as a collective. Let's get into it.
Starting off with number 1, how come every time as a kid when we seen and passed by restaurants, like, oh mommy, can I have this? And they be like, no, you got food at home. But the food at home be looking like this, like whole time. That's why a lot of children be having a lot of mental illnesses and physical illnesses, because y'all be conditioning y'all kids to settle for this. When it's just as important to allow your child to experience what the outside world is like from a young age.
Coming in with number 2, you need to stop leaving your kids alone so much. They're going to turn to social media and the tablets for the face-to-face interaction that they crave from their family. And when you leave them alone like that, they're going to gain depression. This is a symptom of depression. You can easily make time for your kids if you ain't the slave at a 9 to 5.
And last but not least, forcing your children to wear discounted Ben shoes and clothes to school.
And that's why these are all generational curses that actually stem from the curse of not having financial literacy. If you don't know, then you're going to continue to repeat the same behavior because it is a known scientific fact that history tends to repeat itself, especially amongst those who are ignorant. So that's why I'm going to need you to tap in with Youth Guide Solutions today, because you can correct this generational trauma as easy as fixing your credit. And if you don't know what credit can do for you, tap in. Here.
Nah, that's messed up. That like parents do that to you when you send you to school with the fake shoes. Just knowing kids, kids is always gonna be the same. Every generation, they're gonna be, bad, and make fun of you and stuff. That's for every generation. You're gonna have that one kid like that. So yeah, that is kind of dang. I kind of feel bad for like kids in today's society now. To think about it, like. There ain't no telling how they what kind of designer clothes they be wearing to school nowadays.
My little brother is a part of the Illuminati. I'm sorry, Josh, I can't keep it in no more, bro. So most of y'all know, and if you don't, J. William J is my little brother. He is the boogeyman of politics. When it comes to debates, grown men and women duck this man because they're afraid to be embarrassed. Candace Owens is still ducking. And it's funny that I used this screenshot because he debated Michael Knowles exactly 6 months ago on October 7th. What's today's date? April 7th. It's not looking too good for you, bro. Besides all the conversations that I've been hearing about you, tomorrow is the total solar eclipse. Guess who's birthday is on the total solar eclipse? That's not even the icing on the cake. This is the path of the 2017 solar eclipse and the 2024 solar eclipse. That boy goes to UIS. This man is positioned right above the X. He didn't want me to tell y'all this, and I might go missing after this. The people that got him in the Illuminati are a part of the TROLLDU enterprise. What's 3 plus 5? 8. What's 1 plus 3 plus 4? 8. There's an 8 right here. What's 9 minus 1? 8. On his birthday, April 8th, tomorrow, the total solar eclipse, it will be revealed that he is the best brother in the world. If you fell for that, you're a fucking idiot. That boy turning the big 20 tomorrow. Yes, sir. You'll be 30 by next week. Love you, bro. Hey, happy birthday, little nigga. My little
mystery system in West Africa, just like you had the one in East Africa. They understood that ultimately the initiate first comes in, and the initiate comes in and he learns all about the gods and all this type of stuff. When he gets to a certain age, about 30, they come in and say, hey, look, them gods you've been worshiping, they you. Or they gods just like you. And he has to deal with the point, if he's going to become a god and be one like God, he has to identify with them, and he has to literally take the next 10 years of his life to erase this whole thing based on him being separated from the gods. But after the priests had to go up underground based on the generation and based on colonization and based on wars, they went up underground, and so therefore the mystery, the higher component died out, and the regular people just started worshiping the entities. So what about the law, this and all that kind of thing, which is 7 major deities, 7 chakras. There's how many hundred other major deities, deities. You got chakras and glands, and it's all nothing but the mechanism of your own body. But they lost that magic. So now we got all the new Egyptians and everybody calling on Osiris and all that. They ain't doing nothing but calling on their own damn self. You see what I'm saying? So we got to get out of this whole Christianized Judeo-Christian mentality. You understand what I'm saying? And the way we view these Camite deities, they are formulas. But they are not just formulas outside of you, they are your formulas. You see what I'm saying? They are your formulas and all. The mystery system in West Africa, just like...
All right. Your body knows how to repair everything.
Exactly.
If your bones are weak, your body knows how to regrow them. If your muscles are wasting away, joints are breaking down, your internal organs are falling apart, you got things going wrong with you, there's no incurable disease. There is a point of no return, there's permanent damage, but if you get to anything wrong with a system going in here, if you get to it in time, do the right things, your body can repair it. So I'm going to explain it, and this is all you need for your body to repair itself. Ready? Get this. A surplus of energy in a hydrated alkaline environment. A surplus of energy in a hydrated alkaline environment, and your body will repair everything. All right. Your body.
Really wish I knew what he meant by that, but what I would say, just make sure you eat well. Eat your fruits. If you need herbs, you get your herbs, you get the sea moss, all that good stuff. So, yeah.
This is a very strong magnet. When we pour liquid nitrogen...
Hold on.
on it, nothing happens between the two magnetic poles. When we pour liquid oxygen on it, there is an attraction between the two magnetic poles. This proves there is electromagnetic energy within oxygen. This is why the word breath means spirit, because when we breathe deeply and do breath meditation, we strengthen our electromagnetic field, which is your spirit, your spiral. Breathing exercises sends oxygen, which is energy, to the brain and stimulates the pineal gland. You can quite literally trip off your breath because your lungs produce DMT, and when you breathe deeply, you can activate a mystical experience or an out-of-body experience during meditation. So when you breathe deeply for long periods of time, you will feel yourself going lightheaded because you're activating your consciousness, you're awakening your pineal gland and your spirit. Whatever you do, stop breathing through your mouth. This is a very strong magnet. When we pour liquid nitrogen on it, nothing happens between the two magnetic poles.
So you breathe through the nose. Okay. Tight job. How many of y'all meditate? How many of y'all meditating out there, man? I heard if you're just daydreaming, that is a form of meditating as well. So if you're daydreaming out there, you're basically meditating. I heard that was definitely a part of meditating as well. Let me know if I'm wrong though. I could, because I think I heard Rashad Jamal say that. Yeah, he said something like that. But I don't know. Let me know if that's wrong though. Might be right though. Because I mean, you're daydreaming. That's basically meditating. Yeah.
Tornadoes are destroying parts of America right now. You might be affected. This is real footage of a car driving through Nebraska 2 days ago. And as y'all can see, this looks straight out of a movie. Now, there's currently over 10,000 people with no power, and over 100 homes in Iowa has been destroyed. Now, the rest of this month might be crazy, y'all. This is a full map of all the tornado risk areas. But if you're in Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma, or Chicago, we are all on tornado watch. So if you've been experiencing weird weather, rain, clouds, this is why. And a lot of people have been noticing the clouds looking very strange lately. Leave a like if you've been noticing this too. Now, there's a big theory that the weather is controlled, and all these tornadoes and everything going on is caused by man-made cloud machines. But all this could just be natural, and Mother Nature just up there doing her thing. Y'all comment down below what you think. But either way, y'all stay safe and hit follow so you don't miss any more updates. Love y'all, man. Stay conscious. Tornadoes.
I feel like it's gonna get to a point when they're not gonna be able to control the weather, and then the weather's just gonna start just doing whatever. That's what I think gonna start happening.
I own a tropical fruit farm, and I started this journey about 13 years ago as opposed to 2 decades ago. But roughly 70% of what I eat is raw. And there was a span of a year or two where I ate 100% raw. And I did a lot of fruit fasting, juice fasting, water fasting. Yep. And I'll tell you, during that period of my life, I felt exactly how you did. I felt like when I was walking, like I wasn't touching the ground. I felt this elation or happiness as if opioids were just being constantly produced in my body. I've never felt that way before in my life. I own a tropical fruit farm, and I started this journey.
The snake was not a bad symbol to us because it represented healing. It was a bad symbol to them. So we see the ancient Egyptians with the cobra on top of their headdress because it represented enlightenment and wisdom. The Hindus used the Kundalini energy with 2 snakes on a staff. The Greeks used Hermes, who carries a Caucasus wing staff, which came from Tahuti, having 2 snakes on a rod. We also have Medusa, the Greek goddess with snakes above her head, which represents power, wisdom, and beauty, and the Ouroboros with the snake having its own tail in its mouth. The staff of Tahuti later on became the medical or symbol for medicine, with 2 snakes on the staff at the hospital, which is the Caucasus. Exodus 4 verses 3. So Moses threw down the staff and it turned into a snake. Numbers 21 verses 8. And the Lord said to Moses, make a fiery serpent and set it upon a pole, and everyone who is bitten, when he sees it, shall live. So the snake represents healing to us and a sickness to them. The rod represents your spine. The circle at the top represents your third eye. 2 snakes represents the 2 schools of wisdom, which are the 2 chromosomes of the double helix DNA. The snake was not a bad symbol to us.
Listen, it's not wrong giving somebody the benefit of the doubt. It's giving them grace, okay? Seeing the best in them. There's nothing wrong with that. Put check marks on all of that. But, like, once we start playing boo-boo the fool, because I don't like that game, I gotta quit. You won. You win. It's yours. I want to leave now. Thanks. listen, it's not wrong giving somebody the benefit of the doubt. It's giving them.
I'm gonna give you 2 of the best herbs to combat STDs naturally. This for all my freaky young folks, so pay attention. Number 1, cat's claw. It's antiviral and antifungi. It's been used for thousands of years to ward off infections such as herpes and HIV. And number 2 is going to be Partiarco. It kills parasites, it aids in yeast infection and UTIs. It's also very anti-inflammatory. Share this video with somebody you love to save a life. Like and follow me for more videos like this. Peace. I'm gonna give you 2 of the best herbs to combat.
How do you feel about dairy?
I think dairy is nature's perfect food, but only if you're a calf. It's problematic. About 75% of the global population is lactose intolerant. The dairy we're eating is not the dairy we used to eat. So these cows are often hybridized to be identical. They have a type of casein, which is a protein in milk called A1 casein, which is very inflammatory, more likely to cause digestive issues, has been linked to things like osteoporosis, even things like autoimmune diseases like type 1 diabetes, cancer.
How do you feel about dairy?
I think dairy is
that's real. That is real. A lot of us is lactose intolerant. I'm not even gonna try to say that word again, but y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I meant. But yeah, as soon as you even me, I can't even drink milk without passing gas. So
that relationship that I have with myself is the relationship that I have with the universe, and that is the universe that I'm living in. We're all living in our own unique universe. That relationship that I have with.
Can I ask the men something? And I need serious answers. I'm going to sit and read these comments, and I'm going to reevaluate these answers, and I'm going to try my hardest to understand. And I know I'm not going to be able to understand, so I'm going to go to the grave trying to understand it. What are you getting out of hitting a woman? Does that make you feel more like a man? Is it like hitting a button in the inside that's making you feel like the Hulk? Or making you feel like you have all power because you are putting your hands on something that is weaker than you? Do you know that makes you look less of a man and not more of a man? It makes you look like a simp because you want full control over something you have all strength over instead of challenging something like your faith in the Lord, maybe. But I bet if you tried to walk that, it'll burn your ass, now wouldn't it? Can I ask the men something? And
that's real. That's real with that. She said, yeah. I agree. Dang. You didn't know something weaker than you? That's crazy.
Marcus Garvey, great, one of the greatest black revolutionaries. Who was his number 2 and 3? When they exiled him to Jamaica, he went from there to England and died a mysterious death. Where did it carry on? It didn't. Martin Luther King, where was his number 2? Malcolm X, where was his number 2?
Shout out to Malcolm X.
This is why the Lord has us teaching these young men. Each of them must become leaders, revolutionary, just like Christ. He had 12 apostles, and under them, there were other men, thousands of men under them. We're doing the same thing today. So if they take me out, guess what? That's it. It ain't going to be. That's it. You got all these men under us, and their women are teaching the kids. It must go like that. Marcus Garvey, great.
Have y'all seen this yet? Check this out. Look.
Yeah, this is crazy.
We already know some of these people are not human. Did y'all see that?
Oh,
she literally just swallowed this fly that came out of her eye. Where did that fly come from anyways? It came out of her eye and she swallowed it? Bro, are you kidding me? First of all, how do you not know there's a fly in your eye and you're batting your eyes, blinking your eyes like it's not there? I know you feel it. Where is it? And then fall in your mouth? Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm sure you guys know a lot of these people on media are using 4D technology, like crystal technology, to basically mask themselves, to make them appear that they look normal, but they're not, Our world is being ran by, reptiles, lizzies, you know what I'm saying? Lizzies in disguise. And look at her eyes. You can clearly see that doesn't look normal to me. The eyes do not look normal. Again, they are getting us ready for things to come, y'all. They are getting us ready for things to come. Demon face syndrome is a thing. And apparently, you know, eating flies spawning from your eyes is a thing as well. But let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times.
Stop scrolling. This is for my chosen ones. The devil is mad at you, gang. Big mad. Why? Because God chose you. You are a spiritual warrior, gang. You have been in warfare your entire lifetimes. And it says the devil is mad at you, throwing all of his guns at you, bringing legions to your door, to your home, even to that business, to those relationships, gang. So I see you in a spiritual battle that you are well equipped for, gang. Well equipped. I invite you to go and watch my reading on YouTube that says, what does it say? The devil is mad at you. Oh, you are one of God's strongest soldiers. That's why the devil is fighting you so bad. That's the reading, gang. Go watch it, because I know it's going to speak to you on some level. Stop scrolling. This is for my chosen ones. The devil is mad at you, gang. Big mad. Why?
My bad, yeah. I don't know where this fly just went, but I definitely hit him. Definitely knocked him down. That was good.
These are the benefits of thinking in the fourth dimension. Dimensions are levels of existence, so right now we're living in the third dimension. But fourth dimensional thinking is tapping into something much more powerful. And this way you're able to see past your normal senses. An example of fourth dimensional thinking is a basketball player visualizing the perfect performance before the game starts. He already manifested the outcome before the game even started.
Downloading that into your brain over and over and over, I would see myself, you know, getting hot. And you have that dream, then that becomes possible. I made 1,000 shots a day.
So the key is to focus on your desired reality to manifest into the physical. This level of thinking will also help you navigate through life with more clarity and awareness by connecting you to a divine power that's much stronger than this current reality. Now, if you want to know exactly how to think in the fourth dimension, just comment the word gifted. This will give you exclusive access to my private community, and that's going to have everything you need to know. So if you're ready for the next step, I'll talk to you soon. Love y'all, family. These are the benefits of thinking in the fourth dimension.
What are we doing daily? Like I said before, we are organized in the community, going into different people's homes, you know, politically educating them, telling them exactly what is going on, not only here in Oakland, but in America and throughout the world. See, many black people are not aware of what is going on in America, or what is going on in South Africa, or over there in France, for instance, you know. We organize, since the black community is not a reading community, we talk to them, show them examples. In our paper, we have pictures, you know, so they can see what is going on. And then after they learn what
This is how some people in Africa use grass to tell if someone is lying. It's an old tradition that doesn't need any fancy machines, just regular grass. To find the truth, they use 2 handfuls of grass to hold. If they're telling the truth, they can easily let go of the grass. But if they're lying, the grass will entangle him. When the grass gets stuck, it means they lied. This is how some people in Africa use grass to tell if someone is lying. It's an old tradition that doesn't...
Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, it sounds real good. I don't understand why somebody would do that as opposed to...
we all heat flies.
They coming for y'all.
What?
Damn. Wasp and Moth, they done teamed up. They coming for y'all. Especially you.
Say what?
They said they got to start with the weakest link. And we all know who that is. Now that's wild that they going after Butterfly like that. That's wild. I love you, but I mean, come on. I know you ain't talking about me. Hey man, I'm just telling you what they said. Yeah, it's up now. I get what you saying, but we can't just move without no plan. What you got in mind? I know somebody. What y'all need me to do?
Go get clean? No, let me stop. Flies are nasty. I do.
It sound good.
Cannot stand flies. Got to kill that fly real quick, you know. Got to do what I had to do.
A high yielding ATP, but bananas are on the starchy side. So I never recommend anybody eating bananas that's trying to cleanse, because now you're gonna start building up a whole lot of glycogen on the liver. So we would say things like mangoes, coconut water, very electrical, cucumbers, very electrical. Now we're starting to get into something that you would call H3O2 change, not H2O. This will give you a high yielding ATP, but
everything has two sides. There's not just one thing you could do. Just like there is left, there's right, there's up, there's down, there's light, there's dark. There's two sides to a coin. Physical thing would be to build a sacred space. You have a spiritual dome, an altar, Bovida, a place to pray, worship closet for you to meditate, to connect, to download. Other side of the coin would be spiritual thing per se that you would do. Remember what I said? There's always two things. And that would be to change how you look at things. And when I say change how you look at things, I don't mean how you look at yourself. Because baby, that's called shadow work. And that shift don't happen overnight. Baby, that's a journey. As soon as you think it's done, life start beating your ass again. Not that kind of shift. I'm talking about how you see things. Lose the idea that irony and coincidence exist. Erase that shit from your mental. Delete them words. Delete that thought process. When you do, the veil, per se, will somewhat begin to lift. When you start to receive that spirit connection, when you start to get those downloads, when you start to see the signs, you will recognize them. What hinders you from seeing and hearing what you cannot see and hear in the physical is how you look at things. The fact that you think that things are ironic. What a coincidence. That is what is blocking you from your ultimate spiritual connection. Thank me later. Everything has two sides.
Salute to her, man. Hold on, y'all.
Guys, do these 12 exercises every single day. Doing your pushing, doing your pulling, jumping up and down, pushing upwards, squatting, lunging, raising, okay, running. Make sure that you're doing these every day because these are basic functions that you need. Ability to kick, the ability to strike, or the ability to reach, the ability to jump, the ability to hold yourself up with your body weight. Make sure when you're doing these exercises that you remember it's not about how many repetitions you can do. It's about actually just doing them every single day. So a lot of people don't do them because it feels really hard. What I want you to do is to make the exercise feel easy. You notice I'm only doing about 2 repetitions for every exercise. Even if you did something like this, you would be able to strengthen your body, get the results, and by being consistent and doing this every day, your body's gonna get stronger. And before you know it, you're gonna be able to do a lot more. So start today, don't wait.
You're making it seem so easy though, right? Don't you make it like seem so easy? But this, I mean, it's really simple, you know. It's really not much you gotta do. You ain't even gotta do a lot of reps. You can start off like that, you know. Especially if you're a person that's like, you know. So yeah, I agree.
Can I help you? Y'all ain't just about to be running through my hallway in and out like it's some damn portal. Like it's a train station or something.
Right.
What y'all want? Keep running through here, I'm gonna have to charge y'all rent. That's for damn sure.
I feel that one, man. No, I do be like that though. You be seeing stuff on the society. I know y'all be having that. Y'all be experiencing my spiritual people. Come on, I know. I'll be doing the same thing.
I'm sure you've heard the term sold their soul, but you don't really know what it is. So let me elaborate. What it means when someone sells their soul is essentially that they are agreeing, they sign a contract that they will not promote or basically vocalize their opinions on things that do not align with the agenda's agenda. This is why you don't see any celebrities talking about pressing matters that are just completely obvious, and it leaves us, the civilians, to talk about these matters and try to get traction on them because the mainstream media is not going to do it. This is why you see rappers singing and promoting just pure degeneracy, and that's it. They don't talk about anything good. And you saw that one dude, the Oliver guy, whose song went absolutely viral, and he's getting offered $8 million to have the rights to his song. And he's saying no because he knows what that entails. Also, if you look into the Bible, it says that was heavens in the kingdom. He was a musician. That's how we swayed people over, was through music. So are you connecting the dots? How awful the music industry is and how it's programming all of these young kids to basically regurgitate absolute filth all day long, and how the celebrities don't even care at all, and they'll promote gambling websites and degeneracy in their music because they're paid to do so. It makes sense? Let me know if I need to elaborate more.
Number one, only ever wear closed-toed, laced shoes. So only ever wear closed-toed, laced shoes. You can see my mouth can't wrap my way around it. Because no matter what shit hits the fan, if you got closed toes and laces on your feet, you're safe. I have seen way too many bad guys neutralized because they're fighting in flip-flops or sandals or some other shit. And as soon as like asphalt breaks and grass breaks and cement is falling down, your feet are fucked. Your fighting days are over. So always wear closed-toed shoes.
And 90 days later, I didn't have any disease. I didn't eat anything. I believe what he said. He said, don't eat for 90 days. All of you would say, what? Don't eat for 90 days? Then how am I going to live? How are you going to live? The stuff you eat is killing you. So if you just stop eating it, that's a plus. What is a good breakfast? 3 glasses of water or 4. Why? Because that's electrical. I was fortunate that at 30, I met someone that introduced me to food, to God food. So I got iron in large quantities. And that is the mineral that is consistent with us, the black people. Iron. The doctors tell you that you're not supposed to take iron because it will bind you. He is 100% right, providing the iron is ferrosulfate. It will bind you. But if it is the iron that God made that we use in our compound, it gives you energy. It makes you, hey, I could do more work and I'm not tired. But of course, the body needs energy. And you could only get energy from the substance that God made. Not from aloe vera, not from comfrey, not from peppermint, golden seal, garlic. These are all man-made products. And 90 days later, I didn't have any disease. I didn't eat anything.
This fly that came on. Excuse me.
To Tesla coils. But why would they be built out in the middle of nowhere in Russia? Look at this guy, yes.
This place is strange. Crazy place. This is a strange place, I'm not gonna lie.
Voodoo and all that, it's you connecting with nature and the spirit realm. That's all, because it's all the same.
Right.
But us understanding that in a real way, not white Jesus.
Right.
You dig?
Yeah.
Understanding that we are the essence, we are all of this stuff. We as melanated people we're nature. We are the spirit realm. All of it is connected, and we can get our strength from that. And that's what they did in Haiti, and that scared the hell out of white people, and it scares them now. That's why they made voodoo something negative.
Yeah.
Because what we started doing, we started getting in those swamps with those alligators where white people couldn't go into. Even here in the Americas, we would live around those wild animals because we were on the same page with them. We weren't afraid of them. We had a spiritual connection with them. Even in Africa today, you don't see a lot of African people getting attacked by the animals because they have a relationship spiritually with the animals.
Yeah.
Voodoo and all that, it's you connecting with.
I'm going to be real with you guys and give you my perspective on what to eat. I personally do not care for macro and micronutrients. I eat for these 2 things. That is 1, electricity, and 2, the rainbow. I try to incorporate as many colors as I can because each color is just different information to your body that pairs with different parts of your body. We are actually very colorful beings, even though the modern eye cannot see it. There are loads of colors inside of us as well outside of us in our aura. Every color is linked with an organ. Every organ is linked to an emotion. And you see by how taking care of one, you take care of all. So I don't go reading science papers to see what to eat. Fruits and different forms of plant material is all I need. I'm going to be real with you guys and give you my perspective on what to eat.
That's really all you
In the
need.
video game Super Mario Brothers, little Mario goes running around, he hits a question mark and an amanita mushroom comes out. He eats the mushroom and he grows, he increases his frequency. So just like in the video game, we're in a hologram, and a mushroom is anything that increases your frequency because nothing will change until you change your energy. So in the morning, schedule 2 or 3 mushrooms. So early morning sun gazing, breath work, whatever it may be. In the afternoon, schedule in 2 or 3 mushrooms. And in the early evening, schedule in 2 or 3 mushrooms. And as you eat your mushrooms, what will happen is your frequency will increase. And then as your frequency increases, your entire timeline will shift, because if you shift your frequency, everything is energy. Everything around you will shift. Your music you eat, the food you eat, everything will shift around you, and you'll enter into a new timeline. In the video game Super Mario Brothers, little Mario goes running around, he hits a question mark and a amanita.
Turn on the TV, go watch the news. McDonald's is closing. The whole franchise is closing down. They just filed for bankruptcy right now. I don't know what's going on, but they're going to start by September, starting with Charleston, West Virginia. 19/4/2024, McDonald's does not exist, okay? The whole thing is getting shut down. Like, all your local McDonald's is just closing. So I'm just relaying information. Turn on the TV, go watch the news. McDonald's.
Yo, bro. Man, tell me why when I was walking, somebody bumped into me. They got mad at me. I'm like, hey, watch where you're going, pal. Bro, why are you looking at me like that, bro? I forget. Yo, bro. Man, tell me why when I was walking, somebody bumped into me. They got mad at me. I'm like, hey.
If you think positive, you get positive. If you think negative, you get negative. Have you ever been in a situation where it was like, I knew this was going to happen, no matter if it was positive or negative? That's because you really attracted that with your mind. The law of attraction is really real. So as long as you stay positive and optimistic, then, you know, good things will happen to you. But as long as you stay fearful and just negative, then bad things are going to always happen. So always remember to stay optimistic and stay positive with every outcome of your life. Stop thinking what's the worst that can happen and start replacing that with what's the best that can happen. If you think positive, you get positive. If you think negative,
you ain't make that move, it's because you scared to lose. Stop being a bitch. I ain't trying to degrade you, denigrate you, make you feel like some other shit. I ain't trying to beat you down. I'm just letting you know, we all know what a bitch is. A bitch is a bitch, right? A coward is a coward is a coward. Nobody respects a coward with their tail tucked through life. Hold your line. Stand up for yourself. Have a backbone. Have a heart. Have a mind. Use your guts. If you a man, use your nuts. Like, what's going on out here? Consider the vibrations raised. You have a very small time to exist. Are you gonna let fear be the only thing that's preventing you from giving it your all? Because everybody that's not really living it, it's just not giving it. Consider the vibrations raised. And you ain't make.
What? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Man, seek freedom. Do not forget that light that you have within yourself. That's what everybody, they turn so dark. And you can say everything that you want, but the true reason why we're turning dark is not only just because of the abuse and the trauma that we have been through, but it's because of the fear that we have within our hearts. Because if you really had no fear, you wouldn't look amongst the ones that are evil and bringing forth destruction. You'll be looking for the ones that's going to be able to bring forth light and light. Because if you don't have fear within your heart, you're not going to want to do anything evil. You want to be in heaven. See, God isn't going to walk around needing chains, and we ain't going to need this, and we ain't going to need that to look like this or be tough. God doesn't not going to carry fear. God is going to know who he is. The devil's the one that's going to walk around with the pitchforks and the weapons. It's because the devil's living in fear. It wants you to fear him. The only time you want somebody to fear you is if you have fear within yourself. My brothers and sisters, I'm trying to say that we need to free ourselves from this way of thinking that we have gathered. We are dying. We are not bringing forth life. We're bringing forth corruption.
Football is a ploy to keep the elite in power.
Can you substantiate that?
If you go back to the Roman Empire, thousands of years ago, and you look at their papers and their writings, the emperors and the politicians and senators, they specifically said that if we don't keep the gladiator games going, the people will have time to rise together and they'll threaten us. You look back at the pandemic, right? There were mass riots because Black Lives Matter. It was a just cause. Sports wasn't around. As soon as those riots started happening, Trump called every major leader of sports into the office. And the week after that, sports started coming back on. And then those riots died down. If you take sports and entertainment away, people have time to think about stuff. And they're like, oh man, this stuff is not good.
I never thought about it like that. That's kind of crazy.
It's a ploy. Football is a ploy to keep the elite in power.
Can you substantiate that?
Best alkaline food substitutes to improve your health: grains, wild rice, kamut, quinoa. Best thing for iron: Jamaican sarsaparilla root. Instead of sweet tea, elderberry tea and ginger tea. Make sure you get your seeded watermelon, your seeded grapes, and your seeded key limes instead of regular limes. You can use chickpeas, walnuts, and mushrooms as meat substitutes. Look up tons of recipes on YouTube. Stay away from shiitake mushroom though. Great vegetables: red onions, okra, watercress. Oils to cook with: avocado oil, grapeseed oil, and sesame oil. Seasonings: you can use bay leaf, oregano, parsley, onion powder. Somebody comment free game if you want me to make part 2 of this video. I can keep going.
I think it's easy to feel overwhelmed at all of the things that are happening in the world. I remember having a moment
many years ago where I was just feeling really down about that. And I was standing on my back porch and I was hearing these sounds, and I realized it was the sound of all the different species that were living in my backyard. I realized that within my care, there was lots of life that I could positively impact. And then recognizing that if I could do something in my backyard and my neighbor did something in their backyard, that we could reclaim a lot of habitat, maybe not for large charismatic species per se, but certainly for songbirds, certainly for insects and all these other cool things that live in the soil. And so along those lines, I really began to work on trying to reintroduce native plants into my garden. And planting native plants is one of the best things you can do. I think it's easy to feel overwhelmed at all of the things that are happening.
Yo, Kev. Yeah. Okay, so hypothetically, we're having a threesome, right?
What if the key to life is understanding that you are God and God is love, and we are essentially everything that is breathing in this universe? We are all mirrors of one another. This is old knowledge, but I'm going to take it a step further and say that nothing is outside of you. So what I learned is the beauty of self-concept. How I see myself is exactly what's happening in my day at all times. Now, the fake gurus on this fucking app will tell you that you can manifest $1 million tomorrow, and this is about dying while still alive, giving yourself permission to be reborn into the version of yourself that is thinking on purpose. Now, thinking on purpose is a phrase that I learned from Kay Deanne. I think that's her name. I love her videos. But this isn't about manifesting material possessions or wealth. It's about walking as a version of you that's authentic. A version of you that accepts yourself no matter what. And a version of you that knows that you are creation, that chose to come to this 3D to essentially go back to love, but in the physical. In other words, we're meant to experience heaven on earth. And that's the key to life, is understanding that it's your divine birthright to be happy, to have joy, to be safe, and to be comfortable with who you are. So I say all that to say, please come into yourself. Please be authentic. The world is thirsty for it. There's nobody like you. There's something you could do that I can't even fucking fathom. And that's perfect, and that's meant to be shared. The world is literally dying. What if the key
I agree. She said that well.
Let me go ahead. That don't look too good. Never mind. Yeah, by this time you should already be at the damn door. You could take that motherfucking blender with. Nope, I don't want it. You're not slapping nothing down on no table in front of me. Where's your sir? Hey man, where the skillet at? I'm not doing the plate cooked. See? You ain't even do what you was trying to do when you did what you did. It's not done. It ain't done, and it's taking me too long to doodle. It's taking me too long to fucking doodle. Fucking with you. Oh no. Let me go ahead and show y'all.
I mean, if you're 35 or you're 40 or 42 and you've been drinking for, I'd say 8 years, over 4 days a week, and then you jump on the internet and you say that, well, only 10% of heavy drinkers get cirrhosis. Do you know what the definition of a heavy drinker is? Because you're on a different stratosphere, most of you. And you better button it up quick, because if you don't, when you wake up one morning and you look in the mirror, you look at that eyeball and it's yellow this time, yellow, first thing you should do is go say goodbye to your kids. Okay? That's first thing. Second thing you need to do is quit drinking for the rest of your life to preserve as many days possible on this earth while you're still alive. Okay? And that wasn't a disease. That was your choice to drink every day for 4 or 5 years straight. Nobody else's. Good luck.
Wow.
I mean,
I really hope you guys not doing that, man. It's okay to have indulge a little, but don't. Come on, man. You can get your dopamine from somewhere else, or you can get that from somewhere else. All right, for real.
You need to stop eating this kind of shit from the grocery store. They do not want you to know what this shit is actually made of. But when I found out what it is, oh my God, talk about disturbing. Just look at what this cat is doing when they're trying to feed it this kind of food.
The whole time that he like found out, he was like, how could you do this to me? Like, this is so awful. And I was like, you're in blame. Pesto chicken pasta? Let me go with potato?
Not even a potato.
Really? Did like this, and I think it was for the best. Some chicken, Betty?
Some chicken, though. They gotta like the chicken, bro. This cat. Look at this shit.
Wow.
This is
That is so
lab-made.
disgusting.
And y'all, it gets even more disturbing.
Man, that's so
Human
disgusting.
flesh is toxic to cats. That is most likely the reason why that cat was gagging, because in that lab-made food, they also put human DNA in that shit. Stop eating that lab-made food. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. This is anything that's GMO, and you should already know. Oh, God. You need to stop eating this kind of...
All right, y'all, so I'm gonna show y'all the best breakfast to eat when it's time to wake up in the morning. A lot of people wake up in the morning and want biscuits, pancakes, waffles, grits, all that bullshit, all right? This is the best breakfast. Y'all ready? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. When you wake up in the morning, don't eat shit. The best time to eat breakfast, to me personally, is probably around 12 noon or 1 p.m. Give your body time to digest the food from the night prior.
Indeed.
And also, when you fast like that, when you wake up in the morning, your body's already burning fat. You burn fat in your sleep. So if you're burning fat in your sleep, and when you wake up, go all the way to 12 and 1, imagine all the fat and the calories that your body's burning. Stop stuffing yourself with biscuits and all that bullshit as soon as you wake up. I'm hungry. Nigga, you ain't hungry. Don't do nothing. Just drink some water or eat air. Wait till 12 noon, all right?
No, that's real, though.
You know, when you are a highly intuitive and a spiritual person, you have to keep so much to yourself. And that's because it's very hard to explain how you know what you know, because you deal and you operate in certain frequencies, using energy as your language. So when you speak, nobody understands, but it's okay. This is why we must keep so much inside. And we just observe and see what we think and what we feel come to pass. So I'm saying, many won't get you, but as long as you get it, you'll be all right. You ain't got to try to prove to no one what you know or how you know what you know.
That is true.
We don't need proof.
We don't.
We are connected. We are the proof. You know, when you are a highly...
I think most people are so entrapped in their mind that they don't even know they're entrapped. That you don't realize your predicament, you are in prison. But if you would escape from prison, the first thing you must realize is that you're in prison.
Yeah.
If you think you're free, no escape is possible. Most people do not have, they don't identify with the little blue space. They don't identify with the part of them that sees the predicament of the rest of them. They are just so busy being the reactive part of themselves, with their righteousness and their fear and their determination and their pity and all those kind of human emotions. They're so reactive, and so it fills all the space, and they never stop to reflect. They wouldn't think of meditating or reflecting. And they get up, and from the minute they get up, as they wake up, their mind starts to run its numbers, and they keep getting into the reactive thing. Oh, I've got to go to the toilet. I smell coffee. Oh, I've got to get up. I must remember to do my laundry. Oh, I forgot to call so-and-so. Oh, I want to sleep 10 more minutes. Oh, it's warm in that car. What was I dreaming? And the mind starts, and it just feeds this continuous like one of those hammers in the street. And it just goes all day until finally you just fall into exhausted sleep at night and then start. I think most people
you got a point.
Are so entrapped.
He have a point. I'm not gonna lie.
You're not horny. You actually just need a hug. You need to be held. You're craving intimacy. You don't need a drink. You actually just want to feel something. You actually just want to feel good. You don't need caffeine. You actually need rest. You haven't slept in weeks, months, and your body is tired. You need rest and relaxation. You don't need to work harder. You need new inspiration and enthusiasm to feel motivated every day. I feel like a lot of us don't know the language of our bodies, so we end up translating our needs completely wrong. We hear that our body is craving something and we'll go, hey, I need sugar, when really your body is saying, no, I'm low on vitamins. And we do the same thing with our spirit and with our mind and our mental health. We're misdiagnosing ourselves. So for those of you that resonate with what I'm saying, listen to your body and pay attention to it. Don't listen to your craving, listen to your need, because that's what you actually are searching for. I love you. You're not horny, you actually just need a hug.
That's real right there. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right there. Sending peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Make sure you take care of yourself, alright? And have a good day. And I'll see you guys in the next upload. Once again, peace.